What in the actual fuck is this?
The most painful part of any flight is leaving.
Actually, we landed on time.
Because people take forever. Hey babe.
Yeah.
So why is this part of the flight so painful every time?
Because you're here and you can't move.
Oh yeah.
And you're in the last room.
Oh yeah, we are in the very last room.
I see my window seat. Isn't it? Isn't it nice?
So much room to move.
So much to see.
I know. Well, got a few minutes to kill here in Minnesota, and I'm kind of confused. Actually, I shouldn't be confused, but I am. Massive lineup for McDonald's, yet going to keep walking down, and I'm going to find what looks like a fine, very fine, Minnesota craft brewery, which I would very much like to sample right now. Actually, I'd more like to sample it on Friday because we have a 5-hour fucking layover. But of course, my coach is heartless and does not give a fuck. Well, we just got into Pittsburgh and we are waiting for our Uber, and Kurt is our driver. Is that right? Tell us about Kurt.
Kurt was very good reviews.
All right. And as Maddie said, looks very jolly, so we're pretty excited. First Uber.
I felt bad for her because I didn't know her. I mean, I didn't know who she was.
Oh my god, we're obsessed with her.
I'm ashamed to admit that I'm obsessed with the show, but yeah, I am.
So, okay.
Yeah, tell us about Abby Lee
I
Miller.
will tell you. I didn't know her from anybody. I really didn't. I didn't know who she was. And at 5 a.m., back then I was leaving at 6 instead of 4. So at 5 a.m., when I'm getting ready for my day, I catch a little bit of the early morning news.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about this woman from this Dance Mom competition.
We love dance
from
moms.
Pittsburgh. She's from Pittsburgh. And how it was day one of her trial. Again, I didn't know who she was.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed a little clip of the show, and then I saw her walking into the court building. So, again, I didn't know who she was, but I saw that little clip of the news. So then my very first ride, I'm going out to Monroeville out here, and it just says Abby Lee on my app. I don't know who Abby Lee is. And I I pull up to the hotel, and out comes this lady. Doesn't look at all like the woman I just saw because no makeup on. But the thing was, she has two bags. One's got a lot of hair stuff, and the other one's got her makeup. She sits right in the seat, puts this down, uses that mirror right there. And for an hour, she transforms herself from the person that got into my car, because she didn't look anything like the person I saw on the news, into this other person. And
crazy.
the truth is, you know, just like I did with you guys, when someone gets into my car, first thing I always say is, how you doing today? I mean, I don't know her at all. And she says, well, I think it's going to be a really rough day. And I said, oh, really? Why? And see, she didn't come around and say who she was.
Yeah.
And we actually talked for 45 minutes and never once said the word dance mom or said anything about anything specific to her. I think she realized all of a sudden, it dawned on me, this was the woman I just saw in the news. Because of all things, when they mentioned her name in this newscast, they said 51-year-old Abby Lee Miller. And she said, well, here I am, 51 years old, and all of a sudden, click, I went, wait a minute, I think I've seen you before. And this was the woman I literally had just seen on the news.
That's awesome.
And she,
Wow.
She told me that this judge holds her life in her hands. She was very naive. She was very scared. I felt bad for her. I really did. I mean, you know, I didn't know anything about what she'd done or what the show was about and all this stuff. But, and of course, this was her perspective. There's two sides to everything.
Of course.
But she talked about getting involved with a lot of, you know, people that gave her bad information. You know, what I really could tell was, though, she was very naive. I mean, she's from this Pittsburgh area. She said, I went out to Hollywood. All of a sudden, I've got all these people doing my hair, doing my nails. Like, you know, I get my makeup done every day. Everybody's pampering me. I have a pool where I live. You know, I go out by the pool every day.
It's a different life out there.
She said I became, you know, kind of a star. And I could tell that this was a person who went from one kind of life to another kind of life overnight, and she became this big personality.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, she told me she didn't, you know, she was an only child. She told me her parents were gone. She said she felt alone. She said she got involved with some guy who, you know, she really was romantic with, and then, you know, she'd already been involved in bankruptcy, and then she said this guy noticed that she had all these products. I guess they were like kids' dance costumes and things, all kinds of clothing or whatever, and that she sold them in stores, and that she would, and that, you know, she had made a lot of money by selling these products. Well, you know, she's already in bankruptcy court, and this guy said, well, you don't sell any of this online, do you? And she said, well, I don't know much about the internet. I've really never messed with it. So he took all this stuff that she had, and he created these online stores, and that she began making all this extra money. And, you know, as I understand, having read about it since then, you know, if she'd have been in bankruptcy court, any money she would have made should have been going to creditors. But, you know, now she's got this income from other sources. And, you know, $871,000 later, oops.
Damn.
So, and I felt bad for her, and I tried to encourage her. You know, I tried to say, you know, whatever's going on with you, just try to face it and see what you can, you know, see what you can do to make it through. And, you know, I said, you should pray, ask God for help. She said, I know a lot of people praying for me. I said, I'll pray for you. I really will. I believe in God. I'll be praying for you today. And, you know, she said she really appreciated that. Then later, I mean, I took her right up to the courthouse. She said that her attorneys really were glad they got the judge they got, because it was the only female that they had a chance to get, and they got the female.
Oh, nice.
They thought that would be empathetic, but it turned out not to be that way. In fact, the judge actually the day before said, you know, Ms. Miller, you could be looking at 18 to 24 months. I mean, she could have been going to prison for 2 years, and she was scared to death.
Yeah, no
she
kidding.
was really nervous. She, I mean, you know, she had no idea she'd be going to prison for 2 years. So, you know, again, I told her I'd be praying for her. She went into court, and a friend of mine who was a newspaper editor texted me later that day, said, I just saw on the news or I saw online where the judge just gave Abby a year and a day.
Yeah.
So it could have been 2 years. She got a year and a day. And the article, the journalist actually wrote, she actually had a little smile when she heard that, and she looked like she was at peace. And I said, well, maybe I gave her a little bit of hope, because she was really scared when I talked to her. But anyway, she sat right in that chair. And I've got a towel that she left behind with her makeup on it.
Oh my God.
I have, if it's in my trunk, I'd give it to you. I would. But anyway.
That's craziness. Okay, so I just need verbal confirmation that Abby Lee Miller's makeup towel is not in your trunk, sir.
It is not. It was right there.
Son of an unnamed goat. Damn it.
If I had it, I'd have given it to you.
So I'm here at Gold's Pittsburgh, and this is really sweet because it is dead as fuck. I'm gonna smash some chest and shoulders today. So the ladies have found their post-show treat, and this is like, oh my fucking god. Check out these cupcakes. Now, this is kind of the holy grail for me right here. Chocolate covered bacon. Oh my god. This is just like unfucking real.
Have I got a toffee? Yeah, toffee. I picked toffee over. What about chocolate mint? Do you like chocolate mint? I like toffee better. The caramel roasted. Yeah.
What are you getting?
The caramel roasted pecan pretzel. Can I get peanut butter chunk? Okay, a peanut butter chunk.
I got the bacon caramel over
Toffee
there.
pretzel. Yeah, Butterfinger. Bacon? I don't know. How many have I got so far? 3. Okay. I'll get a bacon one.
Lots of dark and veiny people here today. Yeah, love it. Alright, so this is Pittsburgh. Ladies are off getting tanned, so I have some time to kill. Well, I have a lot of years to go before I deserve to stand here and get my picture taken, but fuck it, here I am. Well, just out killing some time right now, so I'm walking over one of these bridges. I don't know which one it is, but I'm close to, or at least on the way to, where the show is tomorrow. With the shirt. Now, just burning a few calories. So I have found my way to, I think it's called Point State Park. It's not quite Central Park, but it's quite nice actually. And it is where the fountain is. So I'm gonna go check out this mythical fountain. Alright, so Point State Park. This is the fountain I was told I had to see. Pretty cool. And there's Heinz Field over there, where sports happen. Apparently people like sports. That's cool. Pretty cool shit going on at Market Square. There's a yoga in the park kind of thing, I guess. There's giant chess. What the hell's the name of that game? Connect 4? Is it Connect 4? I don't know. Either way, cool. Lots of awesome open-air bars and pubs and all that. And they all smell so freaking good. Okay, so now I'm just taking a minute to chill outside this Millie's ice cream place, mainly because the smell is amazing. Crap sucks. How is everybody feeling? It's show day.
I'm excited. All carved up.
all carved up, ready to fucking
Got my
slay.
energy back. We gotta go get more Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, more Oompa Loompa, and
We have to be more Oompa Loompa looking.
I gotta go get me a killer seat so I can get some video.
Yeah. I have to send Coach my pictures.
Yes, you do. Send. Yeah, pretty freaking dead at the Sheraton right now. Everyone's getting like bronzed and shit. Bronze, makeup, all that. Going to be a freaking madhouse in an hour or so. It's definitely freaking early. Sun's just coming up over Pittsburgh. I must say, the city is a lot nicer than I was expecting. I was expecting just like, I don't know, steel and mills and shit. This is really nice. Okay, what the hell happened to your cupcakes? What did you do?
They were packed in with my clothes, and this is not a good thing. Now I have to fix them.
Yes, you do. Like, this is completely unacceptable.
This is just not even as appealing as it was yesterday.
Oh
man.
shit.
Damn.
It doesn't
What?
have that Instagram flair anymore.
It's lost
It's
it.
not Instagrammable.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, look at this.
Get your life together.
Oh man.
Instagram versus reality.
Yeah, this is what it really looks like.
Oh, I want to put this on my.
I will slap you if you lick your fingers.
Oh, I'm licking my finger.
I want to be all of you people. Oh my god. Bacon. face now because I'm hungry as fuck. There's some rice, veggies, chicken, fish, and maybe some tomato. There's Mandy. Mandy's destroying the 5150 booth, or the 5% booth.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, you're on. I know. I saw. I told you they have like pretty much everything here.
What is full as fuck?
I think that's like for a pump.
Yeah, full as fuck is a non-stimulant pump product.
Oh, nice. Like H-Full.
Okay. And also, do I want new atomics? I have the yellow pair already.
You have the yellow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, I think I want the purple.
Your
I want to see that shit.
everyday food. You can have a meal now.
I know.
Hey Terry, describe that shit to me.
Oh my gosh.
I can smell it. It smells.
It is so
amazing.
moist.
Yeah.
The icing is so thick.
It's making me moist.
Right?
Can I find out?
Oh.
Can I find out?
Oh yeah.
All right. Mandy's on a mission. I think she found it. I think she found cheat me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, baby. Do this. Oh my god. It's dark and delicious smelling. My god, the tacos we just ate were fucking amazing. And Mandy and Terry are so dark from Pro-Tan, you can barely even see them. Alright, so we're making a little post-show detour.
What are we doing? 7-Eleven?
No, caramel M&Ms, we hope.
Oh, I got those in my room.
Well, you thought ahead.
I got a big bag of them. And the giant peanut ones.
Oh, shit. And they're on sale.
Okay, what do they got? Peanut butter. No carrot.
What are these brown ones?
Coffee nuts.
Oh,
Yep.
bullseye.
Coffee nut. Want some? I
Bullseye.
didn't get those ones. Coffee nut. Peanut butter.
Hell yeah.
Peanut butter.
White chocolate and the big cups and the Reese's. What's this?
Did you have the caramel?
No.
Oh.
That's okay. That's still a decent little haul there.
It's disappointing. I got a big bag of them.
Well,
Oh snap! These are getting really good reviews. They're 2 for $7. We can each get one.
I can't eat it. I'm too full. And I don't have a freezer. If I was at Patty's, I would take it.
well, that means you have to eat it immediately.
I know, that's the problem.
No,
How is that a problem?
I can't.
I can't do a whole one either.
If I was with at Patty's, I would. I'd put it in the freezer.
Well, looks like we found something to do on our 5-hour layover in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Mall of America is the only place people said that there's something to do in this state.
So what the fuck are you gonna do to my wallet? Like my MasterCard's like actually pissing itself in fear. Like it wet itself.
Yeah, your credit card's gonna bend over and spread its cheeks right about now. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Well, we stumbled into the Northwood Candy Emporium. We were looking for Freshie because he wanted to get a healthy salad, but you know, shit happens, I suppose. so many of these things I want very deep inside me. So many. So we've moved on to It's Sugar. I don't even know where to start. Peanut butter malt balls, brownie dough, among my favorite. Look at this gummy bear buffet. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Then, let's bring some cereal boxes. Alright, what are we looking for?
Candy stores.
Yes. Find all of the candy stores.
Okay, that's the one.
Look at Sugar Fino way down the bottom.
Eye candy. That's the one we need to go to. Oh my god, Candy Universe.
Another candy store, and this is insanity. The lineup for TSA is snaking at the entire fucking terminal. What the fuck?